There is a really important lesson that Jesus talks about while on earth that explains why a lot of people remain stuck and even get worse, while a few others live the best time of their lives. Specifically, where Jesus talks about the parable of talents. For context, a really rich guy decides to go on a journey. He calls the servants, gives them some amounts of money. To one person, he gave 5 talents, to another, 2 talents of gold, and the last servant, 1 talent of gold. In today's terms, a talent of gold is worth about $4.8 million. Like, that's a lot of money. So what do these servants do? The first servant multiplies the 5 talents to get 5 more talents. The second servant does the same with the 2 talents and gets 2 more. And the last servant does absolutely nothing. He just buries and hides the talent. And after a while, the master eventually gets back. He's super happy with the first 2 servants and he rewards them. But when he discovers that the last servant did absolutely nothing, he's really pissed and takes away the 1 talent that he gave him and gives it to the one with 10 talents. After the story, Jesus makes a really powerful statement. For everyone who has, more will be given and he will have abundance. But for him who does not have, even what he has will be taken away. This is actually where we get the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. We can interpret this statement in multiple ways, but I want to point your attention to something called momentum. When you have positive momentum, every action you take makes it easier to take the next one. And when you have negative momentum, every inaction you take makes it harder to take the next necessary action. And you will eventually discover that even the little action you were taking fizzles off. It's kind of like waking up early. When you try to wake up early the first time, it's quite difficult. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. But if you decide to stay up late and wake up later, it gets difficult to wake up earlier the next day. And if you do not get back to your initial positive trend, that is when everything begins to go downhill. Sometimes the real life-changing events are not the big ones, but the little daily actions we take consistently. Hope you found this helpful. You're welcome.